Hello students, welcome to the last session on your poem Heaven If You Are Not Here on Earth. Hope you have read and understood the meaning of this poem. I had told you in these three stanzas you have the beauty of the nature and how that poet makes this earth as a heavenly place. I am LD Ratnakar. Welcome you all to the comprehension section of the poem. Read this poem once again and try to understand the meaning of this poem, how this poet tries to break the myth of this heaven, and he celebrates the power of a poet there. For more reference, on page number 94 you have the Kannada translation of the poem. Now come to the comprehension of the poem. There are only 4 objective questions in this section. For more example, you can refer some previous year question papers on this poem and remember those 3 stanzas. From this poem, 1 plus 4 marks will come there. Sometimes they may ask only 4 marks question. You need to write only a full length paragraph for 4 marks answer. Now look at your first objective question, which was given in your textbook. According to the poet, heaven is. There are 3 options for this question. Heaven is on earth, within us, and elsewhere. For this question, on earth is the correct answer, because as a nature poet, he wants to see such type of heavenliness everywhere on this earth. Second objective question is, who creates heaven on earth? This is an important question for your forthcoming examination. In this PPT, actually the man word is given there. Actually the man is not correct. The poet creates heaven on earth or anywhere in this world by his writing or through his writing. We need to have such type of poetic eye like this poet. Next one, with an option, the poet finds God in nature is the correct answer. And the fourth one is, what does the line heaven lies all over the world suggests? It means the beauty of that heaven is there on this earth, like the splendor of a harvest and the moonlit night. These are the 3 images you have in the form of heavenliness that is there and that lies all over the world. These are the 4 objective questions you have. For more examples, refer some previous year question papers, your question bank, and those 2 study materials. Like these 4 objective questions. In the second and third section, you have 4 marks and 6 marks question. For these questions, I have told you, you have to answer them. For 4 marks, you have to answer them using 80 to 120 words. The first objective question is, describe the beauty in the nature that makes the earth as a heavenly place. For this question, you have many examples there. The words like God, nymphs, heaven, and many things you have in this poem, which is you have all these images. Use them in your answer. For second 4 marks question, why does the poet feel that earth is more beautiful than heaven? You have many examples here from the writer. Many examples are there when that poet tries to argue that the concept like heaven, God, and the nymphs are created by man on this earth here. It is simply man's imagination, and therefore man himself is God, and so also the heavenly nymphs. They are not elsewhere, best here on this earth. The poet wants to dismiss the belief that God and nymphs live in heaven and people go to heaven after their death, find God and the nymphs there. In the next stanza, the poet describes the splendor of that nature that makes us appreciate and enjoy the heavenly bliss. It is there when we are alive, when one looks at the streams roaring and leaping down from the top of the hill, the waves that roll across the sea carrying surf at their edges, and tender rays of sunlight falling on a verdant garden, and the gentle sun warming up the earth reflect as a heavenly place here. These are the few points you have to remember for your second 4 marks question. And in third section, same questions or similar questions you have, how this poet break the myth of that heaven, all those points you have to use there, and how this poet actually celebrate the power of a poet there, because as a nature poet who uses such type of beautiful images in order to create that heavenliness on this earth here. It is there everywhere. Like in the splendor of that harvest season, the moonlight night creates a picture of nature in its pristine form. The poet who imbibes this heavenly bliss can be spread the nectar of that heaven, because the writer's words they only bring such type of nectar and the sweetness to the reader there. Though his poetry on this earth, the natural things appear to be more beautiful than the imaginary things, because these artificial things or imaginary things are short-lived. They are not permanent, they are short-lived compared to the natural things which are permanent and forever. The poet of the opinion that heaven exists only on the earth and nowhere else. So he is called the pleasures of that heaven could be very well obtained on earth when one enjoys and experiences the real beauty of this nature. These are the few questions you have in that comprehension section. For more answers, for more points, refer those two PDF notes along with some previous year examples. These are the few examples you have in this poem. Read that poem once again and prepare for the forthcoming examination. Prepare it for the forthcoming examination. Thank you.